This is your psychic LJ reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. It's 11:08 p.m. UK time, heading towards the witching hour. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Hello. Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hiya, Trish. Hi. Where's PA? Happy Hanukkah. Hello there in California. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you all are around the world, Pennsylvania. Hiya, Lance. I'm doing well, thank you. I haven't been able to get onto YouTube because I've been so busy. So I'll tell you about it when everybody gets on. But I've got a nice little treat up my sleeve for you this week coming in. As you know, I'm always busy anyway, definitely running up to Christmas like most women and men are. But my clients have been very busy in Newcastle. And obviously I've had readings around the world as well, which I do online. And then local people come into the house. So I've been really busy, guys. And, you know, trying to do the usual before Christmas. Loads of different appointments. And, yeah. And I'll tell you about it in a minute. Hello there. Good morning. Are you in Australia? Hello in South Australia. Hiya, Maggie. What's it like in California? Is the weather okay? It's cold over here. It's cold in the UK. Hi in South Shields, just up the road from me, Sydney, Australia. Good morning. Good evening in New York. Hiya, Teddy. Is it beautiful in California, is it? Oh, lovely, in the mountains. Wow. Well, it's lovely to see everybody. So I'm going to tell you what's been happening. I'll wait for a few to come on and then I'll tell you what's been crazy stuff, what's been happening over here. Because I know not all of you are on my personal Facebook, are you? You'll just see when I post it out on my business page. I tried to post a video this afternoon before I went running out and I couldn't do it. And I was going to quickly go live onto YouTube and tell yous. But it's literally timing, guys. And then I've had to come in tonight, I've had a client and then finish off these videos that I'm doing. So over the next week, I've made 12 videos. I go from nothing to all me. I've made 12 personal yearly horoscopes for everybody, little Christmas nuggets for you all. And I'm gonna run 2 a day. So 2 will go out tomorrow from the usual time, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever, UK time. And I'm gonna run them through till Christmas Eve. So you can imagine all the work I've had to put in. Now normally when I'm doing my horoscopes, because I missed December because I've been so busy, I do like an hour show and you all get like 10 minutes each. But I felt as if that you needed a little bit more than that. Because I've been too offline because I've been busy doing people's readings. So I thought, you know what it is? It's Christmas, so I'm going to give you a treat. So I've done 12 individual horoscopes, yearly horoscopes for every star sign. So like I say, watch for them coming out. And I'm going to two each day, which I'm going to run up to Christmas Eve. And then all being well, I might try and even pull a looking glass off at Christmas Eve. And of course, I'll be on here Christmas Day. So I got stalled. And I don't know if there's some people in the audience tonight who knows the reason why I got stalled, but the people who were on my personal Facebook knew. So what happened was, I'll tell you now, I normally sit here and record. Merry Christmas, Lance. Well, I just thought it would be a bit nicer than talking about politics and that. I just thought I'm going to give you individual astrology readings, just something different. Do you know what I mean? And when I first started off the YouTube, it was once a week, if you can remember. If there's any old followers on here. And I used to get like a half an hour show, and that was it. And of course, didn't think it would go the way it's gone. And to everybody who follows us on YouTube, thank you to all the new subscribers, because it's took a boom. It's took a boom. After like a couple of years of abuse, I've all of a sudden zoomed up, and I think I'm hitting 62,000 now. So it's really, really good. So thank you. So anyway, so I normally sit here, and if I don't record it on my laptop like this, I'll record it on my new phone, which is here, and the audio is really good. So I was sitting and I was recording them, and they're like voiceovers, you know, like I do the looking glass. So then I record them, and then I put them in, I run them through my video show, and I make them look pretty for you, you know, me tinkle dust and all of that. So I did Leo's, and I wouldn't mind, it was bloody good as well. And I listened to it back, and my God, it starts off with me going, good evening, Leo, Merry Christmas, you know, Happy New Year, let's get a look into the looking glass for the year ahead for you. Then all of a sudden, my voice goes off, you can see me hand, all right? And then this being intercepts and takes over the whole show. Little did I know until I listened to it back. Now, when I first listened to it, it sounded quite demonic. But I am a hyper Harry. I mean, I'm a Scorpio. Which I'm going to play it tonight for you, if you want. So, I was recording all the individual... I'll start again. I was recording all the individual astrology. I was making the videos for you. And then I got to Leo. I did Leo's, like a 10-minute little video. And I went to listen to it back to put it through my video sort of thing to make it look all pretty for you, because I don't just put it out raw. And this horrible voice came over us. It wasn't me. It blocked my audio. It intercepted, and it took over the whole video. And then at the end, it's like, I'm totally oblivious. And then at the end of it, it's, and I hope you enjoyed that, Leo. Well, it wasn't me talking, it was this thing. So this thing, which I thought was demonic, which I'm still questioning, because you've got to understand, we come from different cultures, and I'm very dramatic, yeah? I'm a gypsy. So, you know, you're talking Catholic, Irish gypsies. You know what I mean? You know, growing up with the blinking church and everything. And so I'm running around with my smudge stick. Adam was totally oblivious. He come down the stairs. He's going, what's wrong, like? I says, I'll just go back to bed. And I'm running around. I'm saying the Lord's Prayer, and I'm smudging away around the house and that. And I was that shocked. I put it out on my personal Facebook for people to listen to. And people were having their own thing on it. Now, it sounded like, you know, the Klingons of Star Trek. I'm going to play it tonight for you. So it sounded like one of them. So it could have been a reptilian. But he was having a conversation, and they heard a screech in the background. Well, I automatically, when you first listened to it, I thought it sounds like people screaming. And then you can hear, this is why I know it's not bad, because I can tell when my dogs are happy or they're frightened. Sissy and Oliver, and it's Oliver. It's my Ollie. Wait 2 minutes, I'm going to show you a picture. 2 minutes. Paul's son, my dear brother, who passed, his nephew, I've seen him today. because he's going away with his friends on Boxing Day, so I won't be seeing him for his Boxing Day tea at my mother's. We'll normally have a party. So he's going off with his mates and that, and having a good drink. He's a young lad. And his wife-to-be's just going to chill in the house because she's a hard-working teacher. So he's a graphic designer and he can draw cartoons and stuff like that. He makes video games and all of that. He's a clever lad. So I says, please draw me Oliver. And I says, it looks like Brian, our Family Guy. And he's drawn us Oliver. There's Ollie. There's our Ollie, look. I just thought I would show you that. Typical Oliver. So, in this video, there's this, sounds like a Klingon having a conversation with this screeching being in the background. So I had different opinions what came out on Facebook. Some people were saying it was demonic. One woman said it sounded like a parrot. But then you can hear the dogs barking in the background, but there was an excited bark. It was them in Sissy. She was like a yappy little thing, like wah, 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 wah. But it was the bark she used to give me when I used to come home, like if I'd been out and she got excited, and then Oliver was barking. So I knew that there was a portal and there was an interception. And I was that shocked. So then I went into the garden for a cigarette. And as I went into the garden for a cigarette, there was a disc above my house. There was a flying saucer above my house. So I ran back in and I thought, oh my God, I wonder if the new Apple phone they've intercepted, and maybe I was meant to hear it, maybe I wasn't meant to hear it. Because with us being a trained shaman and a medium, I would know if there was anything demonic, and there was basically no spirit. I only have my guide Jed. There's no real spirits come through when I'm doing astrology. It's a different type of work because I'm doing astrology for you and I'm just gazing into the crystal ball. That's what I do. So I ran it by Lisa, it's my good friend on YouTube, Heart of Inspiration, and she's also a very skilled healer as well and a medium. And she goes, that's two beings having an argument. I goes, oh my God. So I did get a vision, because I tried to remote view. It looked like a phoenix bird, like one of them bird people. So then I seen like this Klingon type of guy, and he was having a debate with this screeching other thing, and then the dogs were in the background. So I didn't put it on my business page because I know people can be very sensitive. I was going to put it out on YouTube, and I thought, well, no, I don't want to frighten people. Last thing I want to do. So the little video I was going to put out this afternoon, I was just going to go live for 10 minutes and say, look, I'll be on here tonight and I'll let you listen to it if you want. Oh, thank you, Bumblebee. So there you go. But this is not human, what I've picked up. It's not human. And I'll wait for a few more people to come on, and then if you want, you can listen to it. Yeah? But you see, I don't even have to leave the house. Lou, what is going on in London? What's happening in London? I've never seen any news. I'll have a look into France for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into stuff for you tonight, but I can't be on too late because unfortunately I've got to be up early in the morning, which isn't one of my best things to do. Got a busy week ahead. I've got to be up early, guys. I've got to help my dad and that. And I've got like appointments and that. You want to hear the... Right, okay. So we'll wait for a few more to come on. What's happening in London? Will married people in God's eyes who die going to be together? Yes. Yes. They will. I'm going to actually do videos on soulmates and twin souls and all of that. I'll call for the protection before you listen to it. I mean, if you don't like it, you can just say it and I'll stop it. Because this is for our safe little snug room and I don't want to frighten anybody. It's the last thing I want to do. But I've listened and listened and listened to it. And you've got to understand, we as a human race, if we hear like a gravelly voice, which I thought was Latin, and it actually is reptilian. Sounds quite Russian, actually. But he's having a debate, and then you've got this thing in the background going, and I seen this flash that in a past life I was on one of these starships, and Lisa was with us, and these buggers, because there's different types of alien races, and they're like a yappy one. Do you know what I mean? They're like a yappy one. They stand no nonsense. Yes, spouses are normally in the same soul group. What's happening in France? Oh, Wokahody doesn't know, right? So I had an interception on the audio when I was making the astrology predictions, Wokahody. So I'm going to let you listen into it, which I instantly thought to start with that it was demonic, but I feel I've picked up on something. And when I've been in a shock and I've run into the garden, there was a craft above my house. So this new iPhone, I think they're intercepting through the... You've got to understand, this is alien technology. You know, the next models, they zoop them up, you know, to make money out of work. And they're tapping into the frequency. I think it's been an interception on something. Yeah, I do believe that. But you know how we've got the AI, we could be connecting in with their AI as well. Oh, and of course, I've just done a reading for a lovely lady in London tonight, and she's supposed to be in China because that's where she's from, but she came over here as a student. She doesn't want to go back, which I don't blame her. She said it's so bad. The young people have no voice. Are you ready for this? I'm going to say a prayer before we start. Let's see if I've got it in, because I did remove. So I've got some editing to do tomorrow, guys. I've got 12 blinking videos to go out. Let me have a look. Okay, I've got it here. Louise, how you say they all have files on us and can literally see through our walls into our homes. Why would they? He hasn't intercepted on purpose. This technology's picked up their conversation. That's what I feel what's happened. You know, like a magnet. Very inconvenient, because I had to redo the bloody video and it freaked us out that night, so I couldn't do more. It set us back a day. Okay. I've cut the bit off where I speak. May everybody in this group be protected by the blood of Jesus Christ. They are all protected by God, angels, beautiful beings of light. They are protected by the Holy Spirit. Whatever they hear cannot affect them. Yeah, like a radio interference. It's the iPhones, all the phones now, it goes off in a media wave. And that's how psychics pick it up. We pick it up media wave. Sometimes if I don't shut myself down properly, I can hear air traffic control. I can hear the lads talking at the airport, like intercepting, telling the planes to come in. It's a radio frequency. Everything's a radio frequency. There is something different. Okay, are you ready for this? Are you ready to rumble? If you don't like it, let us know and I'll stop it straight away. Even if it's one person in here, unless the rest are enjoying it. And maybe you could put it on mute if you don't like it. That's another thing you can do. Let's get a beginning. I'll just pause that a second. Wait a minute. You can't hear what he's saying because he's talking in their language. There's so many different star languages. But he's definitely got a long tongue like one of them reptilian tongues. That does not mean that he's bad. Because... But I'm going to put it back on. You're going to hear the rest of it. I know. Can you hear it? Yeah, I know. I tried quickening it up and it's exactly the same. It wasn't a cold walker horty, it came through on the audio over my voice. I tried speeding it up and it sounds exactly the same but faster. Can you hear the screech in the background? Like a lion man, isn't he? Yeah, it came over the audio when I was... Now listen for the dogs barking in a minute. Reptilian, isn't he? It's a reptilian. Coming through from another dimension, yeah? Did you hear that thing? That's them screeching ones. He's trying to tell the other one, the screeching one. There's two beings and the other one won't shut up. Remote viewed like a bird person. The bird people are quite opinionated, them ones. And he's calm, he's just whatever he's saying. Oliver! Did you hear Oliver? Sissy? Did you hear him bark there? Did you hear him smack his lips there like? Oliver? Oliver creep barking in the background. So there's a porthole, me doggies have come through, and I've intercepted his conversation. Oliver? Reptilian? If I came in my phone and changed my phone, doesn't phase us anymore. That's it. I cut it off. There was loads of it. So what do you think of that, guys? So a reptilian hasn't gone on my phone. So what I'm trying to say to you is, when we make calls and we're recording, it goes off into a frequency. It's the internet, okay? And I know for a fact there's portholes around here. So for some unknown reason, something strange has happened. A porthole's opened, and at that point, the dogs have been caught on the on the audio as well, because they're excited to come to us. But I think that I've intercepted his technology, because when I went into the garden, when I got freaked out when I realised what was on the phone, there was a flying saucer above my house. So there's portholes all the way around the house, Lance. So give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. So what do you think of that? It's definitely alien, isn't it? Definitely alien. That's contact. That's what some of them sound like. Well, yeah, I'm just a little bit hesitant to ask Elena, because she'll be, and I'll be like, yeah, extraterrestrial. But you know that I've caught them on camera running around the house through the lockdowns. You know, I've caught beings, turtle men, ninja turtle beings on camera. So something is going on. Now, where I'm situated in my dining room, I've got an alleyway what runs down the side of the house, and they're often seen running up and down this alleyway. The veil is thinning, and this is what I want to talk about tonight before I look into the... Never mind the world predictions, something bigger's going on. Do you know what I mean, Lance? I've run it through a video thing and tried to speed it up, and it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So a dark being in your living room. Oh, I can well imagine that retro. It's all hyping up. Who cares about the world predictions? The alien thing is more important. Well, something big's going on. Remember all this politics and everything, it's all 3D. So I'm going to I'm going to try and look into something tonight. But Oliver and Sissy, I know my dogs. You know when you know your dogs? They didn't sound distressed in that. They were barking. So I've picked, it's open, there's a porthole, and I've intercepted, I've heard them, the gobby little fur babies, and then him talking. So I think that if the porthole's opened at that point, and they've been over the top of my house... What's happening with the Harry and Meg's thing? It's ridiculous, isn't it? My mother doesn't want the book now, apparently. Yes, I know. Well, I will never know who really the voice is, but my instincts My first instinct was, oh my God, it's demonic. I mean, you're talking 1 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? It's not funny. You know, so I was running around smudging the house and that and shutting things down and doing what I had to do. But I wouldn't be able to listen to it. I've never heard that language before, but I sort of know it, but I don't know it. And I think it's a reptilian. The dogs weren't in distress. But of course, if we're not used to sounds like that in different gravelly voices, because if you've got a big 6-foot Draco, 7-foot, 9-foot Draco with scaly skin, leathery skin, they're not going to talk like that, are they? Are they? They're not going to talk all squeaky and high. They're going to be, they're all going to be like gravelly and deep. But what I've sort of seen, and I've tried to look to see what he looked like that night, I got like a Klingon type of look, you know, like with the thick skin and that. You've heard it in another life as well, Kylie. I thought of him who's got spirit box. There's a guy who invented spirit box and he's on YouTube, and I thought of sending it to him and he might be able to figure it out, because I don't mind if he wants to use it for his channel, do you know what I mean, and dissect it. Frogs, that is so interesting, Glinda. I'm getting frogs and swamp people because around this, it's very haunted where I live. And I've seen turtle-looking frogmen. Now, they talk about the frogmen in the Bible in the days when the frogmen will appear. I can only translate them when they're coming through me, like Shola, like the Palladian, it just flows. But that's not Palladian language. Could have been a lion, a Lyrian lion man, but I don't feel threatened. The more I look into it, I don't feel threatened. No, they don't. I've shown the footage to my neighbours, and my neighbours, a young couple over this end, he's into all of this stuff and he's never seen anything. I've tried the app with the spirit box on my phone and I didn't like the energy what was coming through it. You've got to understand, it's opening it up like a bit like a Ouija board. At least if you're a medium, you know what's coming through and you can stop it because your guides stop it. With a spirit box, I've never messed on really with a spirit box. You've got to be very careful because it's like you open it up like a Ouija board, so actually anything could be coming into your house. Frogman sounds right. I saw a large frog type mouth, yes. What does that mean? The voice didn't feel the eating or threatening. The marshland. Well, right at the front of my house, we've got a park, but apparently it was all marshland at one point, and it's very, very haunted. I think they're running around all over here. I don't need a spirit box. I'm a medium, you know what I mean? I'll leave that up to the other people what do that. So Lance had a vivid dream last night. There was in Egypt along banks of Nile on archaeological dig, and it was imperative we find something hidden very quickly for the good of mankind. It was bizarre, so real. So I'm going to look into this snake because I'm a little bit concerned, because if I still think there's bad, you know how you got bad people, good people. I still think there's bad lots of extraterrestrials out there who are sort of like manipulating stuff. I'm hoping they haven't got like this future technology. Yeah, I wouldn't use a spirit box. I'm very like superstitious that way. Oh my goodness. I've always wanted to go to the Valley of the Kings. But his voice sounded like he was a big guy, didn't it? He wasn't like a little person. He sounded like a big sort of alligator man, didn't he? What do you think, Lance? Yeah. Talking about leaving your door open, I've had my doors damn well locked since hearing that. Damn well locked. I mean, I put it out on my post actually on Facebook. I've got more Bibles in here than the Church of England. You know what I mean? Like Jabba the Hutt, exactly. But there's so many different reptiles, you know, of different beings. Some of them, I don't feel, they've given us some what they are, but I can't even pronounce them. You know, they roll their tongues a lot. Like Jabba the Hutt, exactly. Could you imagine hearing that at 1 o'clock in the morning when you're trying to do astrology, put it all together? I nearly fell off this chair. Never a dull moment being a medium, you know. Doesn't it sound? Let's listen to his voice one more time before. I wonder what he's called. I mean, I don't really particularly want to meet him. I don't know about you guys, but... No, it wasn't the audio, because what I did was I ran it through me video thing and I quickened it up. It's not my voice. It's not my voice. Yeah, I took it down. It was up 45 minutes, Muse Master, and I took it down because people were freaking out. Sounds like the mummy, exactly. So what is running around out there? That's what we need to know. No. Yeah, let's turn it off because he might be listening. I'm going to pull some cards out on it tonight. You know what it reminds us of? You know, like the film The Mummy, when that... they start chanting in like old Egyptian. It's like an alligator growl, isn't it? But when he was talking, you can hear his tongue flicking and his tail flicking. Oh my God, Lordy. Maybe he was drunk dialing. You've got to raise the vibrations here, like yes, like the mummy. I'm going to scry in here tonight and I'm going to see what's going on. Remember, the ball can't ask questions. Play more. But look at that. Oliver's in the spirit world and Oliver came up on the audio and he was barking like it was the bark like when he wanted a biscuit or a bone. It was that bark, like, give me that. Like, he'd sit on the settee and I'd go in and I'd say, get down off the couch. And he'd try to snack at us because he thought he was the master of the house. You'd just give him the remote and a cigar and a drink and a pipe to smoke or something. And he would just be happy. He was like an old man, an old grumpy old man. But Oliver's voice, the bark, I can recognise it anywhere. And Sissy in the background being cheeky. And it was the cheeky bark and then I could hear in the background. I'm very aware there's like, it's like I believe that where I live, it's all ancient burial ground. And I mean, one night I was sat here and I heard like galloping and I looked out and there was a Roman soldier galloping by on a horse, a Roman centurion. Loads of people have seen ghosts, things like that. There's a monk that people see on the hill. But it's only been since the lockdowns, which when we had the quarantines, you know, like you had to be in by 10 o'clock. You remember at the start of the lockdowns, I was catching the most bizarre things on camera, and then I realised that there was more going on that they weren't telling me. You know, they couldn't possibly go on the news and say, stay indoors and don't go out after 10 because there's big reptilians running around the streets. You know what I mean? Or something's happened where a porthole's opened. But I don't live far from, it's an Anglo-Saxon village. It's not far from Hadrian's Wall, you know. So it's all going on up here. You know, it's all castles and everything. And will the ETs ever reveal themselves? Well, they're trying. And I do believe that, you know, they are reaching out to different people. But I would have preferred like a nice bird, you know what I mean? Like a woman. Like a Palladian just to jump off at the park, you know, jump off a flying saucer with a tight catsuit on. But no, I don't. I get Crocodile Man intercepting my audio is a bit disturbing in the middle of the night. Well, I used to do that, Jenny. I mean, gone are the days I used to come in from a club and then take the dogs out 2 o'clock in the morning, just the park at the front of the house. I wouldn't dare do that now. I wouldn't dare do that now. I couldn't. It's too scary. Because these things are running around. Jenny, I've been told I was a dinosaur in a past life as well. It's just slowed down speech. Well, I've tried quickening it up. And I'll run it through and I'll show you. I tried to quicken it up. And it was exactly the same, but just... it was weird. Nothing happened when I quickened it up. It was the same low voice. I think I can understand some of it. He said someone and so you know. Well, I'll send it to you if you want, but I tried to send it in email to Lisa and it wouldn't let us send, but it sends on WhatsApp. So if you're on my WhatsApp, and you can find it out yourself. You can fiddle on with it. Maybe you might be able to come to some conclusion. But like I said, I never picked up anything negative in here when I was filming. I would have known. I didn't feel a presence. But what I thought was really strange was when I realised it was on the phone and then I went into the garden because I was in shock to have a cigarette. There was a great big bloody disc above my house and it made us think had I intercepted and picked it up. Even if I chop it down and chop it in parts into WhatsApp. Yeah. Maybe someone can run it through the sound program that understands how, if they can get a copy of it. Yeah. Well, you know my email, don't you? It's louise.m.jones@hotmail.com. Then I'll give you my telephone number or whatever and we'll chat on WhatsApp or whatever. But the dog's barking as it's still at a normal speed, even when I've speeded it up. It's weird. The next time I'll see something in the sky, I'll take pictures. I do have some marvellous footage, which I'll try and hunt out. The original, it was 6 minutes long, and I've chopped it down to a few minutes to send it on WhatsApp. Well, I once had this guy what came to see me. This was well before the lockdowns, with all the craziness. It was well before the 2020 election, actually. And he said he used to be an MI5, and he told us a bizarre situation. And I did believe him. You know, and you can tell if someone's telling the truth or not. And he came and he said that the iPhones can do a lot more than we realise. And he said that you key a certain number into your iPhone. I'm sure I've said this to you before. And it can transport you like time travel. And I know it said it had 28 in, but I can't remember the rest of it because it's like I've lost the memory of it. And the guy's never come back. He came twice to see us. And he was telling us that you can transport by putting the certain number in and you just disappear, you go. But I was too scared to do it in case I didn't get back. So the dogs are barking in this video, but they're not in distress. So that calmed us down when I realised, and then listening to it again, I recognise the language, but I don't know it. I've not in this lifetime, but it sort of makes sense. There was one night that I woke up in the middle of the night, and there was a great, he looked about 10 foot. I'm not saying he was 10 foot, but he was a big guy. Draco, standing at the end of my bed. And he was standing like that, looking at us, like standing, looking like admiring, like looking like that. And I went, and he just like disappeared back through the wall. And it was as if like, I didn't get a bad feeling, but I got a feeling like, why is he standing there? It wasn't aggression. It was the most strangest thing. So I could imagine that being having a voice like what that is there. But then there was once in the middle of the night, because I always have my cameras on, my CCTV camera on. And very interesting to watch the CCTV camera in the middle of the night. Because you get all the light balls coming in, you like the A2 eyes and that, and you see all the orbs and everything. It's amazing what you see in the middle of the night. And with it being haunted around here, you see all sorts of things. And this male turned up at my front gate, but he wasn't human. He had a neck like that. It was built like a brick shithouse. No word of a lie. He was huge. It was definitely reptilian, but he wasn't a very nice one. And a few days previous, nearly a week previous, somebody had cut my phone wires. And so BT, British, they came out and they said, well, it's flooded area because it's swampy around here. So they said, if you want, we'll give you, what's it called, man, when you don't have the old-fashioned wire and the old-fashioned wires with the phones. What's it called? Digital. And it means that there's a flood in the area, your phone won't go off. I says, oh, go on then, because he says it saves digging up the path. Very creepy that my phone wires were cut. Yeah. But you can understand the type of job I'm in, I may attract a lot of strange people. So anyway, I get this digital phone in and I was really pleased with it. It just means if I have a power cut, I can't go and put my old-fashioned phone and stick it in the land, like the normal landline. And I was sitting late, early hours of the morning, and then this great big guy turned up with a funny little man with a pointed head. And they were looking at my house. He was standing there looking like that. And it was really creepy, looking up and down the house like that. And then he got on his honkers on the path and they were looking for, which I presume they were looking where the wires were to the phone. And I realised then I was in trouble because they were trying to cut my wires off. And I knew I was in trouble because I took a photograph of him and he wasn't human. And he was just absolutely massive. He was huge. And then they left. I was watching it on the camera and my heart was going like this. It was really crazy. And then a few weeks later, it was about 10 o'clock at night, and I always do the Australian people sometimes late at night. And I just finished with this lady online, and Adam was in bed, and then I heard crash. And then I went out and I realised that my living room window had been put out. Adam's bedroom window had been put out. And my porch window had been put out. And it all happened very, very quickly. And so I played the cameras back. And as I played the cameras back, this guy walks past the house, cloaked, by the way. Cloaked. This is how strange it is. And he was like that, and he had this strange ring on. And he went like that, and then this green flat plate ricocheted out of the side of him, hovered, and it bounced off all my windows. The glazier came out, and he said he's never ever seen breakages like it. They looked like crop circles on my windows. It was weird. They'd cracked the window, but they were like crop circles. So then he ran down the side alleyway, and another two beings met up with him, and they had pointy heads, and the green plate hovered around the house, and it was hovering in next door's garden, and then they caught it and then ran off through the atmosphere. So I couldn't, for some unknown reason, I couldn't get a hold of the recording. It wouldn't let us download it. So I took a still on my phone on the television of the green plate. So I caught the technology, and I was sitting fiddling with it, and I noticed it's black and white still, and this green plate has come up as green. It come up as lime green. So I pressed it like that. It was my old phone, and it went zzz, and I went all weird. And as I pressed it, it come up with a picture in my living room. And I thought, my God, what the hell is this? So I caught the technology on my camera. So then when I blew his face up, I realised he was like a Ninja Turtle man. He wasn't human. He was a massive other type of frog being. His eyes were very wide apart. And he had literally no nose, like two holes there, like a snout, and a great big frog face. He was a Ninja Turtle man, and he was about 7-8 foot. So it puts you off, wanting to go outside late at night in the dark when you know these things are running around. Exactly. So, all these things. And then being visited by a one who shape-shifted at my table, they're obviously interested in us for a reason. And you analyse everything, Why do they want to know about us? You know what I mean? Surely to God they would have took us out by now if I was a threat. They know I'm not a threat. But obviously if you're a medium, it stands to reason after years and years of talking to spirit in the other side that at some point you're going to tap in to other life forms. And any medium will tell you that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've had the men in black at my house as well. So, this guy from the MI5 came to the house, and he said that it was just before the COVID, and he said, Louise, you can talk about anything you want. Don't you worry. You are safe. You are safe. But the first time he came, he says, be careful. And then he came back again. He started telling us about the time travel stuff and that. And he says, you are safe. You're protected. That's what he said to us. And I literally don't know. I mean, you can't sit and read your own cards. Has Adam ever seen these things? He's seen them in spirit form, in dream state. He hasn't seen them. I mean, he's seen the picture. You know what I mean? Because he was in bed when that happened. So no. But Ninja Turtle Man, and there's been other reportings of these. Has anybody else seen these? I really don't know. But you've got to understand, there's different types of reptilians. But I've sat at my kitchen table with one that close, literally here, okay, and he changed and he shape-shifted into a great big sort of lizard is the word. So if he could have hurt me, he would have hurt me. What is the point of them hurting us? You know, I'm no threat to them. I sometimes wonder if, you know, it's, you know, how they talk in the truth community and they talk online about all of this, you know, oh, the Pleiadians are the good ones and the Reptilians are the bad ones. But we don't really know. We only know what we know and what we pick up. For all we know, which I think is the case, there's good and bad in every race. Some of these races of these reptilians are more aggressive than others. But what we can't do is categorise, and we can't judge a book by the cover. Because you, like I said to you before, you could come up against some great big 12-foot Draco and they could be wanting to lick your bloody face and give you a cuddle. And yet you could have somebody who looks so beautiful and be so bloody evil. But whatever's going on, they don't seem to be, they just keep making themselves aware that they're there. But I honestly think when you push this so much, there's no turning back. I'm over the veil. It's just crazy. So I do think they've been here for thousands of years. They really, really have. And I do believe that we were the experiment. What they didn't think we would become that ascended, and they don't know what to do with it, basically. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about your sister there. Sister-in-law Robin. I also feel that as well, sweetheart. I think that there's, is that Hamish? Or is it somebody else? Right, I do believe that there's frequency attacks going on as well. Ancient Aliens says this really is their planet, not ours. I do believe it's their planet. I believe we were brought here. I've said this before. There's no bones found. You know, we were like monkey apes, Neanderthal or whatever we were, you know. Great big brows stooped over, big jawline where we could look directly at the sun. Then all of a sudden we're upright and our bone structures are different and we can't look at the sun. We need sunglasses. So what the fuck? Right, where's the middle bit? We haven't evolved from that sort of species. You know, we were brought here. We are the starseeds. There's not one bone being found of a graduation. It's like we're stooped over and then all of a sudden we're upright and we're different. So there's been an intervention here. And I still stick that we were living on Mars. I still stick that we were brought here from Mars. And then it makes you wonder about Noah's Ark, doesn't it? It was Noah's Ark, a great big sort of floating UFO thing. A lot of people are coping with grief at the minute, and it's such an awful time of year. But what I want to talk about tonight is I think that when it's the dark nights before Christmas, it can be very depressing, especially if you've gone through grief. You know, we've all gone through it. My grief's been to a peak with Paul. It seems to be getting worse, not better. And I know he's about. You know, I've seen his lovely boy today and that. And he keeps giving his little messages. He came through and gave his little messages when I was doing the star signs, when I was doing his Gemini. He sort of, I got like a sense of him. He came into the room. But I just don't think we can... What was I saying? I just think that it's just huge what we're in at the minute, and I really don't believe for 1 minute there's something doesn't feel normal. Is there anybody in this audience tonight who feels the way I feel? It doesn't seem like a normal run up to Christmas. Yeah, it does seem rather witchy, doesn't it? The veil's very thin at the minute. I've heard that his real birthday was 9/11, yeah. Yeah. It's got a Halloween presence about it, hasn't it? So we've all had to deprogram ourselves, you know what I mean? Whatever background we're being in. In my case, it's been like the Catholic Church, and I mean, good God, I'm not even going to go there with what they're up to. Do you know what I mean? Satanic is the word. Anyway, let's get on with it. But it feels strange. And it's got nothing to do with that interception, with that audio. It feels strange. I feel like we're in for something big. Let's have a look. Ooh. I'm sure I've remote viewed. I have to do it again. I can't force it, Lance. It's wherever the take is. That's the thing. But something definitely strange is going on. Something's going on. Earth is changing. So anybody who wants to know what's going on politically, I just think it's just all a farce. It's all a farce to bring more divide and wind people up. I mean, you don't have to be bloody psychic to see what they're going to, what they're doing with Trump. All part of the plan. What is it? Keep getting desert in Middle East. Something's about to massively kick off. Jed did say to us the other night, we could have some big news by Christmas on something. I'm feeling very uneasy. Very uneasy. Now, last week, I ended up in the Kremlin. You see, it's just wherever it takes us. I keep getting Jared Kushner's face very strong in here. We have to prepare. I don't know why I'm getting France. What's going on in France? Somebody mentioned France. You have terrible anxiety. I do think people are saying, when we're going to have disclosure? When's it all going to happen? It's imminent. It's happening now. We're in it. We are in it. We are in the change. jets coming in and A2I. And they're saying they've shared our planet for thousands and thousands of years. We've just realised because we've awakened. The anxiety we're picking up is man, not ET. And the problem what's going on at the minute is a fight with technology between the good force and the bad force. Because technology has been held back. And it's true what Musk says, there's got to be a level where they can't let it go too evolved, because then it could wipe out man. Then it could wipe out man. You know? So we have to live in the here and the now, and we have to raise our vibrations, which we've all been doing. But there is something strange happening. I think there's something going on, right? I've been shown two Earths. There's a time shift happening. So some people are hyped and some people are just weirdly chilled and mellow and relax. It feels like Star Wars. So the disturbance is the force, but don't know what it is. See, I've got to be so careful, guys, because I know that we are all healing and I don't like freaking people out. But like I've said, and I said this, was it 2018 I said this? Something happened in 2018. There was a shift. A lot of them came onto the planet. Right, so Earth's changing. It's going to be so different. We're going through some sort of transformation. There's a lot happening to do with the technology. The old system's falling. Banking systems, all changing. There's a lot of corruption to come out. And it's the whole network. But there's bad agents and good agents. Does that make sense? There's bad agents and good agents. Keep getting Goldfinger. I've got him coming in here. Who do I? Goldfinger. What's the lyrics? I've reached out to Twitch, and I'm waiting for a message back. I don't know if I've emailed them right. Because on Christmas Day, I want to do a music prophecy night, but I want to play the music. So, like on YouTube, how they have music reviews. And they can do it with music reviews. There's got to be a way around this, how I can do this. The man with the Midas touch. Let me see this. So I thought it would be nice if we played the music and have a party. Goldfinger. I mean, I'm no Shirley Bassey. Do you know what I mean? There's something going on where they're trying to take over Earth. Lyrics. He's the man with the Midas touch, a spider's touch, such a cold finger, beckons you to enter his web of sin, but don't go in. Golden words he will pour in your ear, but he lies, can't disguise what you fear. For a golden girl knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Pretty girl, beware of the heart of gold. This heart is cold. Goodness me. Lies. Lies coming out. Reality check. Reality check. Things blown up on Capitol Hill. The CEO of Twitch. Oh dear me. Did they? About the cold? That's awful. Twitch allows people to play full video games that are copyrighted together with their often chart music soundtracks. So it should I know, I just need to know before I do it. Is Shirley Bassey still alive? New York. Something about trains. Bridge fallen. Big news with trains. That could be the UK or it could be the USA. But this is all physical stuff, what's going on. What's going on behind the scenes is far larger. Two militaries in different organisations, agents. It's like Men in Black, you know, like the movie Men in Black. Did she perform on a show last year? Okay. I don't know. Who was it? I still see some sort of water situation and it's around a group of islands. It's near the Philippines. 10th, the 11th, the 12th, big news coming in. Why are they giving us King George? That doesn't make sense. King George. Oh, well, that's good, Lance. Hawaiian Islands. As you know, my last world prediction I had said that there would be problems with two volcanoes, and there was, wasn't there? There was another one. Yeah, so there's a technology thing going on here. It's the war of the techno world. Goldfinger. It's all spies. Radar. I think there's high alert going on at the minute with Putin, like the UK and America and other places, Europe. Everything's on high alert. But when he's going to go, and he's going to go quick. He has readied his missiles to strike us. He's an absolute nutcase. And if anybody says he's on the good side, they need their head testing. He's evil. I mean, apparently he's cut off the supplies to Ukraine again. The heat and electric. They'll be freezing, you know. I think he's massively controlled. I think the old Putin, it's like he's different. I am concerned that he could strike. We need to raise the vibrations in this forum because timelines can change so much. But that's why in a way, I'm glad I did the remote viewing last week I haven't had time to put it out on my other channel either, which I will do. Because I think if anybody can see it, it can help, you know what I mean? Any military, what he's up to. That is so strange. I'm seeing the word Bible. Listen to this, guys, right? And then I'm seeing ISIS over the top of it. (852F). What does that mean? Or 85. I don't know if it's some sort of code. It's like we're watching something on a television screen. And it reminds us of when we had 9/11 and everybody was in shock around the world. And some people thought it was a movie that we were watching because it was so shocking. Yeah? And it's like that again, but it's somewhere else. Because I'm looking in here and I'm seeing Bible, and then over the top of the Bible I've got ISIS. I too got a code Camel F1D2. Interesting. There's so many different sort of things going on. Now, in my last podcast on here, you can check it back, I was going on about Operation Oscar. Now, I didn't know anything about that, and I think I was going on about something else linked with it. And I checked it out, and that there is something going on with Europe with it. And, yeah. Goddess Isis, she holds the truth over the Bible. The Bible is, filled with lies. Not all lies, there's some truth, but they've took things out and they twisted stuff, didn't they? Big news coming in around Spain as well. Don't know what that is. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, you have to check it back. But I got that he was planning and plotting, and there was something about the Black Sea, and he was planning on doing something, like in another invasion. But I'm actually feeling frequency attack, and it's already been happening. So when I talk about that, I think that there's been frequency attacks on countries and we haven't even realised it. Does that make sense? So China and all over the world, I think that there is high advanced technology. And the problem is, Musk says this, if it gets into the wrong hands, we're in trouble. So when I talk about AI, I'm talking about AI robotic soldiers, that type of thing. I'm not talking about humans. And I think Russia's got all of this equipment, so does China. It's a super soldier onto another level. Oh my God. Right, I've just seen that Nazi sign. Submarine. Wait a minute. So that Nazi energy never went away. I believe it went off into space. I feel it went underground. And it's manifested. We are in a very holy spiritual war at the minute. And things aren't what they seem. They're going to try and frame a lot around Trump on the Putin thing to come out. or people around him, because he's so entwined with it all. Watch for that. But what I do feel is by us raising the vibration and keeping well and pumping the vitamins into it, what you world order said, it's like we raise the vibration, this can help. But if you've got to go on your gut feelings. If you feel that something's not right, you know, something's not right. Because our intuition's coming into our own now. Let's have a look. So I'm seeing a naval ship. And it looks like US naval. And it's going out. There's going to be an attack somewhere. I'm seeing it. And it's going to cause a situation where it's going to affect 3 countries. Putin's connected with it. Putin is definitely connected with this. And I'm seeing naval ships going out and then they're turning around. Now, why am I going off into space here? Satellites, problems with satellites, and I'm seeing Elon Musk's face, so watch for that. I don't even watch the news, so I couldn't even tell you what's happening at the minute. I know the local news was horrible because there was some little boys what died and they fell in a lake. And it was horrible, horrific. 2 of them were brothers. So God knows, God forbid what that family's going through. To lose both their parents, terrible. I do believe he did escape. I mean, he's not alive now, Hitler. So it's like a situation, it's like when the information starts coming out, they'll start, that's the feeling I'm getting. It's like a lot of information starting to come out, so that it's like, don't look at that, look over there. So they'll try and distract you with something else. Tesla has class action suits against it for faulty vehicles. Well, it's funny you should see Argentina, because I'm getting the song Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. I'm getting that song. Have the really, sweetheart. There's going to be some big news to do with Around the Royals, and when Harry's book comes out, oh my good God, it's going to cost such a storm. Everyone's going to be arguing about it. I can't be bothered to get caught up in that, in the drama of it all. It's a drama, and it's a drama that, okay, he's left the royal family. You know, why can't they just let them get on with it? Do you know what I mean? Be it either if you like them or you don't like them, just let them get on with it. What's EV? To buy EV? Harry will come back to the UK, but not yet. It's his life path that he has to do with her. Electric vehicles. All right, okay. I see the electric vehicles going more on the left than on the right. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I see. I see the electric vehicles going more on the left than the right. She did, Hazeltine. But I mean, I didn't realise they're getting billions and billions of dollars for this thing with Netflix, about this. The contract that they've got is worth billions that they're getting paid. And according to what my mother said, she's not going to line her pockets anymore. She's not buying the book, that's what she said. When there's people starving on the streets, there's people, you write a book, and some authors don't even get picked. It's a hard industry to get into. And because of their names, they've done a contract with them for billions and billions of dollars. I don't know how many billions it was, but they're getting a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? There's a new technology coming into play. It's like people are harping on about electric and gas, but there's something else coming into play where they won't have to charge them up with electric. It's something completely different. What's being held back from where? I'm getting that really strong. It's just a diversion. It's another diversion. There's people who can barely stay alive. Yeah. I know, I totally agree that they're allowed to just live and let live and get on with it. But it's a hell of a lot of money what they've been, the deal they've got. Check it out, Marie. Or is it Ma? It's all wrong. But they've got to have their say yet, and whatever comes, it's going to be very diverse. I say just let them get on with it. Do you know what I mean? They're in love, let them get on with it. Let them be with their children. And I did say, before all this happened, that Hollywood have their own princess and they would end up going to the States. I did say this would happen. Just let them be, do you know what I mean? But I just think that it's going to be very controversial. It doesn't matter what you think of them, really. And it's part of these... I've looked into it. I've done these charts. I've done both of them. They were meant to meet. They are twin souls. They were meant to meet. They were meant to have their kids, which are real, by the way. They were meant to meet. But, even twin souls are having problems. You get in Africa with them. But there's a lot of scandals to come out about it all, so watch for it. And she is in spirit, Diana. She's definitely in spirit and she's so saddened. But the boys will eventually speak again and the lion will change. Does anybody know what that means? The lion will change. That's the crest. That's the crest. There's a lot of people who aren't a Meghan fan. I just don't know. I see both sides. I see both sides to it. It's a distraction. Whatever people think of them, they are in love. And he has been to the brink. This is going to come out in the book, and I'm sure I said this a few videos ago. I think it was on here, wasn't it? That it will come out in the book that he's been close to suicide and she stopped him. So I think that there's a life path they've had to be together. Does that make sense? But it's not going to be good what's going to come out. Just mark my words. Mark my words. What does whipped mean? There's bigger and more important things than Harry's thing with the the royal family. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. I mean, we've got Putin, who's threatening to bloody blow up the UK and threatening to blow up parts of the USA. I think that it's just gossip. It's gossip, and I think they should just be left to live their life. Through the keyhole. And then we'll have another child as well. I did look into it, the Meghan and Harry thing. I think it's a few weeks ago, but it's just doesn't really interest us, really. But they are twin souls, and you can be with your twin soul, and they can be toxic. But they are twin souls; they're meant to be together. If they're not having another child, Kate and William are. There's another baby to come in. Getting a weird feeling. I've got to get this right for you guys. I'm just trying to see. Okay, so I see Macron making a big announcement. Lots of ships all over this. No, it's not. It's not. I see something crashing in the sea. And I see lots of debris of something floating in the sea. I want you to remember that. It could be Kate, couldn't it? I see lots of debris in the sea. I hope it's not a blinking plane going down. There's another volcano to go off, and I see there's problems with the earth crust at the minute. There's a fault line. Does this fault line run through Louisiana, Tennessee? Or is it an old fault line? LA. And I'm also getting Yellowstone Park. I see problems as well. And there's going to be something about a problem with fish, or there's going to be a scandal about fish. I keep going on about timelines changing, and it's not me trying to be a scapegoat here. There's something going on with time. There's something off. There's something I can't put my finger on. And the only way I can describe it is we are ascending. So we are coming out of linear time, and we're realising, I've been saying this for ages, there's no such thing as time. Real time. It's like, you know, for people in the United States, I'm talking to you from the future, but we're talking at present normal moment in time. It doesn't make sense, doesn't it? It doesn't make sense. Earth's crust, something's not right. I see frequency, I see pulsating frequency causing this. Secret weaponry. There's going to be big news coming out to do with warships, right? And it's going to affect 3 countries. But there's going to also be a problem with like an explosion or something somewhere. And it's very bizarre. But it will be deliberate. She's the boss, Hazeltine. She's the boss behind closed doors. But they do love each other. They do love each other. Harry's not perfect, you know. But there's something about pulsating energy. I mean, I'm not a physicist or I'm not a scientist. I'm saying something deliberately being done with the pulsating energy, and I don't know if it's coming in from the Earth crust or it's coming in off planet. Ascension is also partially a dimension shift, so timelines will get weird. 60 plus years of Doctor Who taught me that. There is definitely something going on with timelines. So when I see these different timelines, some of them can lie low for a while or they can just disperse. And I've said this before about a fault line. I'm sure I've said this before with Tennessee, Louisiana, LA. Like a fault line going all the way through the USA. But there's been an intervention to get that stopped. I see something huge happening. Do they have volcanoes or is it an earthquake in Japan, in Hawaii? Right, it's China or Japan. There is something about something huge, like a earth split, lava explosion. Yeah, on the seabed, there's things going on, isn't there? Underwater cities I'm seeing here, guys. You know, there's all sorts going on underneath our oceans we don't even know. Portholes to other places and time. Because physics is not what we think it is. Physics is not what we think it is. I'm getting a weird feeling with Germany there. It's just gone really strong. Something big news to do with Germany, so watch for that coming in. And I'm also seeing Trudeau with some big news as well. But I mean, I normally look on no more than 2 years, so I could be looking into the spring, summer of next year. Guys, I know I'm changing the subject here, right? Because I need a break in the minute, right? Because I need the toilet. Too much coffee. If I get a boy Jack Russell dog, puppy, I'm going to call him Eddie. Like off Frasier. What do you think? I'm going to get a baby Eddie. I just fancy getting a little baby Eddie. And I'll have him on the show with us. And if I get a girl... You're going to laugh at this when I'm going to call her, because I've had all these fancy names and I've decided when I'm going to call her Wednesday. I'm going to call her Wednesday and Eddie. What do you think? Do you like them names? I just thought I'd share that with you. Debbie thinks that I'm going to have a Wednesday, well, a girl, but I fancy a boy. I just like the name Wednesday. I just think it's cool. Josephine. Eddie. Little Wednesday or little Eddie. So, there you go. I was going to call her Dorothy. And she would get Dottie. DJ. DJ is a good name as well. So Dorothy, I thought of Dorothy and like DJ for short, like DJ. But I like Wednesday, but I really do want a little boy, Jack Russell. I just thought I would share that with you. You need a female kitty cat. She can protect your place. Yeah. But I couldn't have her running around out there. It's too dangerous. I would have to keep her in the house. Get a full black one and I could call her Wednesday. I could call the cat Wednesday, couldn't I? I need to have a boy Jack Russell. I need to have a baby Eddie. Eddie's perfect, isn't it? Somebody says, "Oh no, call him Teddy." No, I don't want to call him Teddy. I want to call him Eddie. Just exactly like what the dog on Frasier. So watch for him coming on. Oh, you've got little Pomeranians. I love them. A black cat called Wednesday, isn't that? Yeah, I could get her, couldn't I? If I got as a kitty and a puppy, I could have Wednesday black kitty and Eddie dog. I bet the Wednesday cat would be the boss. Keep getting the Sahara Desert, and I'm saying rich Arabs running. It's all about the gold. It's all about the gold. Lots and lots of gold. Africa. Stashing gold. That's what's kicked him off. Oh, he's going to be an Eddie. That is the name. Eddie is going to be my baby boy, Jack Russell. And I think Oliver would be quite pleased with that. It's all about the gold. And that's what kicked Putin off. They're all at it. They're all at it. They're all making money on the borders. Backhanded. It's all about the gold. Very rich. You get so far up that ladder and you know the truth. Twitter's going to change. There's going to be a lot of scandals to come in around Elon Musk. Watch for Musk making a big announcement. Everything's about money and greed, guys, but there's something about gold. And like I said, it's the rich billionaires, you know, what they can get. Oh, Helen Cox. She's just messages on Messenger. She's seen a chocolate poodle. I do like them as well. But I do like poodles, but I've got to go with a Jack Russell Eddie. I just think they're so funny little dogs. Poodles are very clever as well. Sorry, I'm just babbling on here. Ooh. There's going to be some big news with Nancy Pelosi. So you can't ask the crystal ball. You've just got to wait for the scrying to come in. Something big news coming in to do with the dam, in China as well. Yeah, poodles don't shed. I just like anything with 4 legs, really. Like fluffy, you know what I mean? I did mention Maryland last week. Possibly warnings of more shootings to come, or people need to be careful in Connecticut. Yeah, I want to do a sing along. And probably remote viewing. I think it's just going to get very toxic in America, guys. It really, really is. The way it looks at the minute, it looks like they're pushing to get Trump into court, or they're going to get him on things. And I did say this. I said that they're going to take that Trump Tower down. They're going to get him on his taxes. There's a lot of stuff to come out there. But he's always had something that they've wanted. Things aren't what they seem. And like I've always said, he's a matrix breaker, Trump. He's not a Gaia fixer. He had to be in power to break something. But something's not quite right there. Watch for big news coming out with him. Still think it's the younger generation what's going to heal America. I'm not sure if I'm looking into 2023, the middle to the end of 2023, or no later than 2024. But there'll be two big well-known names in politics which will not be on this planet by then. Are you a cat guy, Lance? I was offered an English setter puppy this week. Oh, that's it. I like big dogs too, but I've got to be realistic. You know what I mean? It's like I'm better with a little dog. Blessings, Hazeltine. And blessings to anybody in this forum tonight who has been feeling unwell, or they're struggling, or they're going through grief. Let's have a break. And then I'm going to do some remote viewing. And then we're going to do some healing for people in the audience, which I think needs... I just think that I personally don't think much is going to happen before Christmas. You know, this movie show thing, what's going on. I think that it's going to be all systems going to January. But what I do get is that there's going to be some global news what could come out over the Christmas time, or it could be like a tragedy or something. It's like we're all watching it on the television. Can you remember a few years ago where there was a flooding? Was it Indonesia or somewhere? And it was some that'd gone there for Christmas. It was a tsunami. I just feel like we need to send healing out there to the whole planet, you know what I mean? Was it 8 years ago, was it? I thought for a long time that with their determination to get Trump in the end, it will be the Al Capone route, where the only thing they can make stick is taxes. Exactly. Or inevitable is the other thing, you know, like the JFK route, which I dread to think about. It's just all very dodgy. It's all run by mafia, you know. It's all entwined. And I mean, and the mafia is connected massively into the Vatican as well. Let me have a break. I'm going to go and pour some juice out, and I'm going to go to the loo, and I'm going to go and have a scary cigarette in the garden. I've got it here. And I'm going to go in the garden. So if the interval break, I'm going to look at the trading card things. If the interval break does your head in, because I might be about 3-4 minutes, I'll be as quick as I can. Just mute it until I come back on. Anyone else receive inflation checks for their government this month? Is that the UK? Take my phone for pictures. I'm only going to stand at the back door, but if I see anything, I will take a picture. We just need to build on our immune systems. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Give us about 3-4 minutes, okay? And I'm just going to put it on interval. I'll be as quick as I can. Bye. Okay, give us a 5-5 if you can hear us. I've got me juice. It is creepy out there. It's sleeting. Oh, lovely fresh orange. I got it off the milkman. I want to get my cards out. No ships. The skies are murky. But there's a funny energy out there. A very strange energy. Okay, before I start, I want to send the most crystal blue energy. It's been given to us from the angel realm. And it's like a ice blue. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. And I want you to imagine this ice blue's got silver in it. I've got Veronica here, actually. My daughter-in-law's grandma who passed away. She was a lovely lady. And she did colour therapy. Are you all right, Veronica? And she's saying that there is definitely a massive shift happening. Thank you for that, Veronica. Veronica was a great light worker. She did colour therapy and healing. So this is like a nice blue. And it's got lavender and gold, a sprinkle of gold and silver in it. And I want to send it out within this 4-room tonight. And it's going to wrap around all our auras. And it's going to remove any negative energy. There's this very thick cloud over the UK tonight. But something's going on behind them clouds, if you know what I mean. Something's going down. Something's going off. And it will sort of reflect out onto the planet with events. But there's something bigger going on behind the scenes. Does that make sense? And it's very woo-woo. It's very deep. This is my perception on what I know. I feel that we are living on a planet which is very multidimensional now. And I feel that there is a fight going on and that they've got this high advanced technology and it's, who's going to have it? Or I think it's gone into the bad hands as well as the good guys have got it as well. So there's like some sort of war going on at the minute. And then, of course, we're all playing out our own roles on this planet. And some of us have come to this planet for karmic reasons. And we're also healing past wounds from our ancestors as well. So we are the light workers which have come to this planet, but we all need a boost tonight. And I'm getting this beautiful ice blue which has been given to her. Gabriel and Raphael and Michael are God and the planet at the moment. And we need to raise the vibrations. So imagine this blue's wrapping around your houses, or wrapping around your homes, your apartments, wherever you are. And it's just circulating all your loved ones, this beautiful ice blue. I'm being given it. It's like a beautiful cloud above Earth. It's an ice blue. And it's a protective bubble. The Pleiadians are connected with it as well. And they are all the good guys are all working. This is the light, God's light. It's love. And it's protection against any negative entities, energies, on-world, off-world, above and below. Because we're not just talking about this world, we're talking about the hidden world. Yeah, we're talking about the underworld, what the Egyptians knew about. And it's interesting when Lance been in this audience tonight and he said he had that strange dream that everybody was rushing around to try to find something which was in Egypt to save humanity. Oh, that sounds lovely, Glinda. Blue lights hanging in your windows. Judy Green Ministry channel God, he says, Is it not she? His hand will turn the world by the end of the year. December the 21st, darkest day of the year. That's it. There's so many cryptic messages within the Bible, isn't there, Lisa Marie? It's like, it doesn't mean the darkest day is the darkest days. Well, it is by the linear calendar. It's also where the moon phases and everything, but it's also, it could be what we're going through. But we need this light. We need our faith. And nothing is more powerful than God's source and love. No matter what we touch upon within this forum, we are protected by the Holy Spirit. And for people who don't know what they're doing, it's a very weird time. Muse Master Johnny says, yeah, I wish I knew what to do with myself that would finally work out. I think that we just need to listen to our hearts. And sometimes we're so restricted. We're living on a Luciferian planet, really. I heard like a funny noise there. Need to do that. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Michael. It's Chinese bowls. My dad gave us them. I invoke Archangel Uriel. He's back. That being's back. I feel very uncomfortable intercepting my space. If you have anything positive to say, I've got A2I and other beings coming in around us. What is going on, please? Jed, can you come in here, please, and give us any help? Are we having contact tonight? They are close. They are circulating Earth. There is an interception. We need to watch the White House. We need to watch for activity around that area. Is the talks that somebody says that there's supposed to be some sort of porthole above there? Or? Is America in trouble, Jed? No. There is a changeover happening on this planet. Jed, I need to know this being that I caught on my audio. Who was he? Give me protection. Give me full angel, holy protection. Our Father who art in heaven, thy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. Forgive us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, for we forgive those who trespass against us, and deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. This world is not what it is supposed to be. The Louise, tell your viewers. Humanity is going through a great change as a civilization. There is dark souls on this earth that are trying to wipe out humanity, and they will not win. You intercepted on your audio. With a great lieutenant who was flying one of the galactic ships. He laughs. He is not classed as reptilian, but he looks like one as man could pass as reptilian. There is many different species living out there in your galaxy. He was Arcturian. Your internet is changing. There is great technology taking place right now across your planet. He smiles. He is not alarmed that you chosen to pick this up on your device, and many will experience this. If they have the new models, they will intercept. If you get scared, you can turn off your Wi-Fi at night and put black obsidian or turquoise or tiger's eye crystal by your phone. There is a porthole. There is a great porthole over the White House, United States of America. And it is not what you think it is. It is a show. It is a show. It's all. Everything is a show. A show. Everything that you have been told, just think the opposite. Even down to your geographic map is not what you think it is. Land of the United States of America is very much protected by my ancestors. And great land across the world, the globe. Greed will come to the forefront. Watch for banks falling. When the men with the crimson capes stand at the hill, the Antichrist will be revealed, and new worlds will will come in. Woman in the east with a shroud around her head will make an announcement. This is a definite timeline. They have been intercepting time. They have been intercepting time with technology that you do not know. Your world is a lot more far advanced than you know. There is great organizations as we speak trying to take down the bad, the evil. It is all connected with the dollar. It is all connected with the dollar. Watch for these signs and watch for announcements to come from Europe and Paris. This is White Buffalo. My son just stands to my right. This is White Buffalo. Woman needs to be protected. Listen, woman needs to be protected. A new disease to stop fertility. This will come about. Do not take it. No more. No more. I bring sunshine. 3 flags from the east will go to war. Watch for the 27. Watch for great reveals in the United States of America. They are attacking women. They try to take out women. They will not succeed. God created woman and man for procreation. A new earth will form, and over the horizon, when the eagle flies and soars over the Black Sea, East will war with East. East will war with East. Then gods will go up around Germany and take it. smoke. I worry about smoke. Cry me out. People have Baghdad need to get out. Red Sea event is coming. They will fall, then the skies will go red, then we will rise. Great seas will rise, go to high ground. The star on the flag will change when everything is revealed. I'll bring in my sister. This is Star Moon. I'm a Native American girl. I stand on the hill. I look down in the valley. The lands will change. The air will change. Our cities will change. And we will change. But God protects man, protects woman, protects child, protects animal, protects trees, protects air, protects sea. I am Star Moon. I am Star Moon. I have lived as a Cherokee Native American, many lives with many ancestors. I am also the Moon Girl. My native ancestors were persecuted in a war that humanity will never know. They wiped out our minds. My people were slaved to build great cities on the moon. My last life incarnation on earth, my great father, White Buffalo, stands by my side now in spirit. Children of earth, do not be afraid, for the great war is upon us, and great change will take place in your earth. Each and every one of you are the great star warriors. They cannot destroy the spirit. They cannot destroy you. You have become too ascended, too connected. You are now, each and every one of you, the boots on the ground. Do not say alien. Do not say E.T. They are you. You are them. We are all connected as one. I am your sister, your cousin, your mother, your daughter. We are all connected across the universe. We are all as one from the light. The smoke may burn on the mountain top as the red sky rises from the east. It's sunset. There will be a great war and two armies if two countries will go to war. At the time, a man will come forward with a document what will reveal truth. And where troops go out, troops will turn round. I now must go now. I now hand you over to Shola. Tiramana sanati nikanoa hulana koisha. This is Shola. We come in peace, we protect. Do not worry about the evil. We are protecting your lands. We are patrolling. We are all connected. We are all as one. Ulena kuisa koa maliako te mesita go hashago hino. Within the last Earth 48 hours, there has been a great change with two alliances. Galactic Federation of Worlds have joined, and we have joined in this great changeover. We are eradicating evildoers off this planet. We need to tell you that things may not seem right. You may say, you need to know what is going on. You need to know, as humanity, you have been kept in the dark from a great war and a great breakdown. There has been a breakdown in communications, and very bad people are being removed, taken away. You do not need to know where or how or what. But this world is not physical. This world is multidimensional. We have the technology to take these people out. We are asking them, is free will, to remove themselves from this planet. There is great operations taking place, and currently at the moment there is a changeover happening in the United States of America. I cannot say too much. This is an operation. Space Force will go to the next level and will be introduced by a new leader. Watch for Chinese government breakdown, fall down, communications. Expect blackouts, expect communication breakdown. Short time. We are so excited to bring our technology with restrictions. We are working with Elon Musk and we are working with other leaders that you would not realize who are good. There is a universal law that is taking place now on this planet, and it is a new law and it will be seeped in. There is many alliances working within galactic operations, and they are also working within US Army. You have to understand, for change, this may be uncomfortable. Some may be scared of the technology, but we will bring great restrictions to this technology while the others will not. In some countries are working with these others. That could wipe out humanity in a flash. We will not allow this to happen, but expect some disruptions. You must not be afraid of technology. You must not be afraid. You must only be afraid of communist, restrictive, and we will give you freedom, and we will give you will have free speech. I am here to tell you that there is a takeover taking place as we speak. I must report back to duty now. We love you very much. Yes, this is me. This is me. You must not be afraid. The takeover will bring great change to Earth. We will only introduce humanoids. A lot of humanity are not ready. Watch for the stars in the sky. Prep. Look after your families. The 5th hour of an important day. Earth will tilt. But we will rise. Thank you. You there, Jed? I'm here, Louise. We are the children of the sun, and they have greatly deceived us. We were brought here as we had no choice, and we evolved. We are the children of the sun. We are the children of the sun, and I feel this. We have come from Mars, Jupiter, many galaxies, and we will have history rewritten. Blue feather, imposter. Blue feather imposter is not what you think. White House change. White House change. And the lords and the ladies will roar and stamp their feet. And the United Kingdom, the government will fall, the government will change. All through his signature. Macron. Do you think he is? Closing out. You are the children of the sun. Meditate on the sun, and you will be shown who you really are. You are all been sent here. You chose your parents. You chose your parents. You are real and physical, but elsewhere across the galaxy, you are more than this physical body. And what is about to take place on this planet is going to change history. Namaste. This is Jed, White Buffalo. Blessings, children of Earth. Namaste. Thank you, Jed. Who is Blue Feather? I think it's Mr. Biden. Or who is it? I really don't know. That's the instinct I got, but I could be wrong. Thank you, Lance. I'm fine. Or his son? I don't know. Blue feather, he said on Earth, blue feather. I think he meant Biden. Well, that's me whacked for the night, guys. I was only supposed to do an hour. Whew. The crimson robes was a deep one, wasn't it? I can't remember all of what I was saying. Is there not something to do with the Masonic Lodge, or something to do with the red robed people? Or is it the Vatican? I don't know, it was crimson robes, that's what he said. Oh yeah, the coronation in May for Charles. Never thought of that. But I tell you what, I never expected that tonight. I thought to myself, oh come on, I'll tell you about me interception and I'll do an hour of real predictions. Will you bugger? I didn't expect all of that. I'm going to be back on Christmas Day. Red Shoe Society. They wear crimson robes, they do, don't they? The coronation. Wow. What did he say about the crimson robes? 33 level of the Freemasons wear red robes, as do the Jesuit Order in Vatican. Also, red is the colour of the robes of the House of Lords. Exactly. Very, very deep what we've got tonight, isn't it? Plenty to choose from there. Didn't he say, one of them said that nothing much is going to happen? Said we had to watch the White House, didn't we? But he said nothing much was going to happen over the Christmas to do with Trump and that. Or did he? That it was more to do with the new year onwards, but there was something about something global what was going to happen. Church of the Pope, Rome Falls. Yeah, well, I'm going to be busy and I need to get up early in the morning, which I'm going to hairdressers actually. Then I'm going to go and see my dad. I just hope I can get up. The Red Sea was mentioned. 217 troops of women in red capes are turning up all over the US to remind us that reproductive rights are under threat. Well, he kept going on about women. Was it White Buffalo was going on about women, wasn't he? Somebody, and I don't know if it's somebody in this audience tonight, sent his... Sorry, apologies for people I don't always get back to with emails, you know. Sent us a video on Elon Musk's latest. And Musk was saying that they're trying to wipe out humanity and there's a birth rate what's fallen global. And he said there's going to be a tipping point with it, because if the birth rate's falling, then there's going to be all these oldies and not enough young kids to look after the oldies, and it's going to be an unbalancement. Meeting on the mountain in Middle East, all religious leaders to form one. Oh my goodness. Something really big's happening. I do worry as well for Elon's safety. Population control, herd control. That's what it's all about, isn't it? There's going to be something coming out about fertility. That's what he was saying. And they haven't got to take something else. That's what he said. Didn't he? You'd have to listen back to it. Yeah, I've had that before. Yeah, he was kept saying protect women, didn't he? God made man, God made woman. There was an attack on woman. He was saying that, wasn't he? Dear God. We are one. And it goes out of politics, yeah, like it's all about good force, bad force, really. It's basically Star Wars, isn't it? But fertile women are being attacked. My God. I must admit, like, because when I was younger, I mean, as you know, I've got 2 boys, but I mean, I've had 5 pregnancies and I lost 3. But a lot of my friends, they were having loads of kids. Now the generation now, like Luke and Georgette's age, like that's my daughter-in-law and my son, like they've all just had like 1 or 2 children. It's like, good God. When I was younger, when I first got my first council house on New Biggin Hall, it's like everybody had loads of kids. There was loads of kids. Everybody was. It's not like that anymore when you think about it. It has dropped. And I get to read for a lot of young ladies where they're having fertility problems. Seems to be more common. Your mum had 7 kids. Well, if I had all of mine, I would have had 5. But I've got 2. I've been blessed with 2. Yeah. It's quite scary, really, isn't it? Oh no, I'm praying for her, Marie. They're turning men into metrosexual or women into... Oh, I know. Well, I'm not going to go down because obviously it's late. Who was I talking about it with? Oh, it was my friend. It was about this hoo-ha going on with that lass thing, man, woman, whatever. The basketball player woman who got freed from Russia. And I nearly went out. I nearly went out and did a rant on it. Because my instincts, obviously, with us being gay and that, you know, and I was going to go on and rant and do like a show and say they're only attacking her because she's black and she's in, you know, because she's not white and straight. And I thought, wait a minute. And then Jed came in, boof, in White Buffalo, and he goes, no, think about it. It's a political stunt here. Yeah, the Griner woman. Which I don't think, is it a woman? But I never, you know what I mean. But anyway, it was politically motivated, that. It was definitely done to divide and to cause more hoo-ha. Definitely. Yeah? Yes? Brian, whatever. I don't think so either. Definitely gadgy. Like a gadgy man. Yeah. So it's a political stunt, and it was I don't know, it was like triggering people. Very bad move. And I find it quite concerning who they treated her with. Very concerning, exactly with what's going on at the minute. With all this worry in Russia and that. Very, very deep and duty, that. Very spooky. But Putin will fall. And there's some huge news to come out, and I don't know when, but all this stuff going on in America is so entwined and so spun up. It's one big cesspit of a mess, to be fair, and it's going to take a while to clean up. Exactly, Wokahoti. It's very, very concerning, isn't it? An arms dealer who will go back to help in Russia. I mean, what the hell was he thinking of, Biden doing that? Do you know what I mean? it's not good, is it? It's all upside down. But White Buffalo said it's an attack on women. That's what he kept saying. There's some deep message with that. More than we'll ever know. It's going to take a while to clean up the US. I think that we're going through a transition and it's going to take a while to clean up the US. But whatever's running the show is not nice at the minute. Iran's attacking women terribly. I think there's an attack on women. And I'm feeling it tonight. Because maybe these women are meant to be running the bloody countries, not men. And maybe, well, you know, women are very unusual. We carry a child, we nurture a child, we bring the child into the world, we're equipped that way. And we're very instinctive characters. We're unusual. We are part of procreation. We are part of humanity evolving. I don't know if your daughter's having twins. I'd have to sit and do your reading. It's because men have gone bad, so now they attack women. It makes me wonder about, like, if they're doing this for, like, to stop, like Musk is insinuating as well, to get rid of the population. I wonder why they didn't attack the young men with their sperm. They went for the women. Wonder what the difference is. We are women. We're raw, don't we? We are the porthole of life. Exactly. We can bring souls. We incubate babies, their souls onto the earth. Right, so the men's sperm count is down. Very worrying. Very concerning. Where the portals, yeah, that's amazing, that. Oh. And then you don't know what they're bloody putting in the foods and God knows what as well. One man, that is so true. One man can impregnate many women. All at the same time as well. Like, go on with one another, and then with another, and then you got all these pregnant women. Mother Gaia is women. There's an attack on feminine energy. So maybe that's something we need to look into the next time. I'll do a video on it. Who's that actor that has had 12 kids? What was with Brad Pitt? She hasn't given birth to all of them, has she? Population control, selective population. And then you don't know who's being mind programmed to... Do you really, when you think about it? You don't know who's being mind programmed. Angelina Jolie, yeah. That was a horrible thing, that birth control thing. I never liked taking that. It used to knock us sick. Causing it. Sewage from women who take birth control goes into the water treatment plant, then back into the tap. Exactly, they can't remove it. They can't remove benzos, birth control, and cocaine out of water, and God knows what else. Steroids or definitely hormones stuff. Well, Elon is all for having as many kids as possible. He keeps going on about that. To help people, Johnny, Muse Master, to help people. I don't know if I've read for you, but you're definitely here to help people. Oh, I think you will get you. That sounds amazing, to get your whole house water treatment soon. You will. I think it's about being grateful, just taking it. I still didn't get my gut run done before Christmas, guys. It's still bloody hanging off. But, you know, we've got to be grateful, haven't we? We've got to be grateful for the roof over our heads. And woman has the power on earth, but it's been hidden. They don't want women to know. The feminine goddess. Because everything's been manipulated, hasn't it? Everything's been manipulated to keep humanity down and submissive. That's why there was an attack on women with witchcraft, wasn't there? And they dumped all the witches in Salem and that. Probably a lot of them were probably awakened souls, and they had all these guys in the church, you know, like what were killing them, saying that they were evil and everything, when they weren't. They were probably just healers and that. I think it's terrible. I think that the system in the healthcare system in America is not very good, is it? Doesn't really serve the people, does it? But listen, guys, I'm going to have to go. I would love to sit and talk to you all night, but I've got to get to bed, because otherwise if I sleep in, I'll not get my hair done for Christmas, and then I'll not see my dad. So, and I've got to cook him something nice tomorrow. And I can't afford to sleep in. I don't like getting out of bed normal time. You know, like normal people go to bed and then they get up at a normal time. That's like the normal time to get up. I can't get up at that time because I'm a nutter, because I sit up all night. Oh, do you like it? That's the jewellery that I'm going to be trying to sell soon. Veronica's jewellery. It's that crystal. We're going to have to put it together for you. Get it all sold. So I'm off and I'm going to go and get my pyjamas on. But yeah. And if anybody wants that audio, they're quite welcome to it. But I don't know how I'm going to get it to you, because I tried to send it if the being, unless you we connect up. If you email us and then we connect up on the WhatsApp, so I can send it clips to you to the WhatsApp. Whoever, you know, there was somebody here in the audience who said they'll try and get it translated or whatever. I don't want to post it on YouTube. I don't, because there's a lot of sensitive people on YouTube, and there's a lot of churchy people on YouTube who will just start saying it's demonic and that, and I can't be arsed. I don't mind if somebody else wants to put it on YouTube, or if that guy, I can't think, he's got that, what I wouldn't do, the Spirit Box guy, he's got a translator thing, I'm sure he is, he's quite well known on YouTube. I'll just stick to what I do. It's been put out, so, and if anybody wants it to try and find out, can't be asked. I literally can't be asked to like answer loads of people's questions about, oh, that's demonic, it's because of your job. Because I get messages like that, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, it's devil's work and all of that. And I can't be asked. I just think that I've put it out. I just want to translate it, really. I'm not interested in getting bloody views on it and that. I just want to know what he's saying. Like, you probably want to know what he's saying. I haven't, not yet. No, I need to get some. Well, the posties are on strike, aren't they? Mind you, Amazon, they probably would. Amazon's still been going. Interesting that, isn't it? How the post office is on strike and Amazon will still go. But then that went through the lockdowns as well. And they made themselves very rich. Amazon will never go down. So, yeah, I need to get some new tarot cards and that, and I've just got so many projects on, do you know what I mean? And I need to sort myself out. And really, I'm too busy for a puppy, but I really need a puppy, do you know what I mean? Yeah, post office is on strike. Very inconvenient. I believe the nurses are going on strike, or they are on strike now as well. Yeah, and well, yeah, Jack Russells are very good. Yeah. So I think I really am missing a dog. It's not the same. The house isn't the same without a dog. It's not. White puppy. Oliver was a little white baby. Have I showed you this picture of my little Oliver when he was a baby before I go? I'm going to show you this. Where's my Oliver? And then I'm going to have to go. Photos. He was a funny little thing. There's Oliver as a baby. Isn't he cute? So see, when he was a baby, he was 7 weeks then, he was a chubby little boy. Proper chubby little boy. I don't know if I've got one. There was Sissy. Little Sissy Lemoire. Ah, they're lovely. Well missed. Well missed. Every time I come on here and I'll show you that, don't I? And then I'll show you Donald me cockerel. I miss him, you know. I really truly miss Donald. Bless him. They're funny animals. They bring a lot of love, but they're awful when you lose them. Awful. Absolutely adorable. I have something else to show you. Can't find it. Something else to show you. I'm just having a little look here. Look at my lovely boy. Look at my lovely Luke. It doesn't seem 5 minutes since he was a baby. He's in his 30s now, look. Something else to show you. That picture there, that got that off Facebook, and I thought that's so interesting. Yeah, that was Luke. That's my oldest. This is 2 girls, right? And it's into the future. I heard he has unvaccinated sperm. And that's going to be the so sought after into the future. They grow up so fast. There's Oliver there. My name is Bond, Oliver Jones Bond. Exactly. I think it's going to be quite a thing. It's going to be quite sought after if you've got unvaccinated sperm. The women will want that. Something else to show you. Oh yes, this is some crafts I caught in the sky. That's me in the mornings. I am a delicate feminine flower. Okay, so here's some crafts I caught. That was a disc. It's hard to catch it, in the night sky. These were a while ago. This was 2017. I had loads of sightings then. Right, so I blew it up, and it's just a strange looking thing in the sky. But it had writing around. It's actually a disc. Can you see? It had strange writing around grooves. There was more. There's more. Oh, where the hell's that gone? Okay. So that was a strange one. And then I caught them in the sky, but you can't even see it, It's like you'd have to lighten them up. It's like a triangle. Can you see it? Can you see that sort of white triangle boomerang thing? I caught that in the sky one night. That was a strange one in the sky. And it looks like it's like a rocket on its side. Like a cylinder one. Have you seen them before? And there's another one that looks like Enterprise Allowance. And I tried to blow it up, but it's just like strange lighting on it. Like Enterprise Allowance. What am I going on about? Enterprise Allowance. Star Trek Enterprise. Until I'm tired. Yeah, I wonder if there is Enterprise Allowance. I saw a triangular ship when I was a kid. Strange phrase. Enterprise Allowance. I don't know what the hell I'm bloody saying. Unless they're trying to say something. But that's what it was like. And then there was another one. Strange disc things in the sky that it's actually that was a saucer, but when you blow them up you don't get much from it. You'd have to have, do you know what I mean? Look at this one. It's like a rocket shaped one going upwards. Enterprise Allowance. Gina Marie says spaceships, they are cloaked the clouds. Yeah, they do. They cloak them. There's loads of the boomerang runs over here. There's another one. That was a funny little shape. And when I blew it up, it's like two stars joined together. Can you see it? It was like a square. I mean, why there would be a cube flying around? Look at it. It was like a cube. Very strange. There's another one. I don't know what they are, but when I blow it up, it's like, it's got like strange lines running through it. Unless it's, they're flying in sequence. Cube shape. That's it. Oh yeah. That was strange. Took that in the sky outside of my front of my house in 20. There was about 5 or 6 of them, like saucer types. And when I went to take the picture, they were moving too fast, and all I got was lines in the sky. Because they were moving too fast. Cube, like a cube one. There's another disc. But you don't really get a good sighting of them in the dark. Surrounding my house as I speak, quite freaked. I wrote that on the 11th of January 2017. That's so creepy. Wait a minute. Where's it gone? And when you go to thingy, that's dead weird. Right. Can you see it? There's a disc. And there's another one coming in with its headlights. I keep meaning to send the footage, like take next time it happens and get some footage, like as a video, and send it in to Tyler at Secure Team, because he does the videos on it. That was a great one. And it looked like 3, and then when it came up close, its headlights were on a corner, so it was actually triangular shaped, and it was flying towards over my house. Can you see that? So you can imagine there's 3 corners there, and it was actually like a bit like a stealth, but it wasn't making, it didn't have a it wasn't making a noise. Then this thing here, these came in all bunny colours, and I thought, but then I realised it was actually the edge of it. So there was lights around it. And there's another one. I blew one of them up. There's like blue lights in the sky. It's really weird. That's amazing too, where I caught in the sky. But all they look like is like blobs of lights. Put night cameras facing the sky in your backyard. Right. That one was amazing. That was like that sort of like a bean. Like bean shaped ones. And that's it. That's it. Just pictures of the dogs. And me cooking food. So it's interesting, isn't it, guys? Really interesting. Look at Luke when he was a baby. He used to have like his little blonde tuft on the top of his head. And look at Adam when he was baby. He was talking to Santa Claus sitting on the stair. Seen this? Is that Santa Claus? Is Santa Claus there? Right, guys, I'm going because I'm just muttering on to myself. There's a nice one of me mum and dad. either getting on, you know, and they worry me. The worries. I love that one as, look when he was a baby. Look at, I'm just being silly now. I'm born years, guys. He's just go, you know what I mean? I put the bib on and like, Luke. Look at him when he was a little baba man. He was such a lovely baby. That's the boys when they were little. Don't they grow up quickly? They grow up so quickly, don't they? It was my nana's caravan. It's a proper travelling caravan, that. They've grown up too quick, don't they? That's the lovely little church where I was telling you about not far away, and I caught the light coming through, and the old church, Walton Church, near where I live. It's just a tiny, tiny little 16th century church. Blue light coming through, isn't it? And that's it, guys. Just dogs and kids when they were little. As you see there's Oliver Brian Jones sitting on the couch, you know what I mean? When gone as the days when I couldn't get him off the couch. And there he is again on the couch because he wouldn't get off the couch. Oh, there's some beautiful churches over here. So another one here. That was a spirit I caught, and because I was telling you about the spirits. So that was my garden a few years ago, all right? And I went outside. Now, can you see the face with the hood around? Can you see the nose? That's spirit. It looks like some sort of cloaked being, doesn't it? Like a shrouded person. Isn't that creepy? Got some marvellous footage. There's Donald again. What's he doing there? Isn't that really creepy? Good God, that's my back garden with my trees were little. That's really strange. And that was in 2018. That doesn't make sense. 28th of August, 2008. So on the 28th of August 2008, my trees were that size. Now they're huge. I like trees, by the way. Right, I'm just going to go on and on and on and on, and I'm being silly. You like old... Oh, no, I like churches. I like doing ghost hunts as well, you know, guys. I'm still planning on doing that when the weather gets a bit better. There's Jed. It's a picture of somebody drew a picture of what the scene standing behind is, like a psychic artist. Okay, I need to go. There's Mary Jane, MJ, the dog, you know, my son and daughter-in-law's dog, and she's dressed up as Mother Mary. She's playing a nativity. Right, I'm off ski. Have a good night and good week. And I'll see you Christmas Day. But I'll be on YouTube through the week. And I'll see you soon. Okay, have a good night and just chill. Don't get too stressed out about things, guys. It's not worth it. For the sake of one day, you know what I mean? Which has been very commercialised and very twisted. All for money. So just stay calm and carry on and watch for things to slowly unfold. Good night. I'll see you soon. Bye now. What time? It'll be 11 p.m. UK time. So I don't know what time that is where yous are. But I'll be on here Christmas Day, like the normal time. Because Christmas Day is a Sunday, so I'll be on. Okay. Good night, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.